real happy with the color, the way the car is running, the air fuel. Alright, so we got a 2007 Toyota Corolla here. This is our personal vehicle, and we wanted to look at the plugs. Simply just look at the plugs today, possibly replace them. But I haven't looked at them before, and we've had this car probably 3 years, I guess. And someone else drives this car, so they're not home a lot. So I wanted to take advantage of the time that they're off and check out the plugs for them. So took the beauty cover off. Now the beauty cover has these two little clips on the back. Those are pretty complicated to get off, and we don't even have those anymore. We just have these two here, and these are nuts that will come off, kind of like you see here. I think the right side, the whole bolt came out. That's where they mount. Not a real big deal getting those off. 10 millimeter. So coming up to the coils, to get the coils off, yeah, you unclip them right here, just push down and pull off. Not a big deal. The coils are held on by one 10 millimeter bolt. Here's a look at the bolts that hold the coil on. They just line up, and you just unscrew them out, and you should be able to just lift them off of the spark plugs. So that's where the problem started. Never seen this before, but there's a rail back here that locks them in place, so you can't lift them up unless you remove this rail. It's like a wiring harness. So yeah, it locks them in place. You can't really lift them up. Now I was able to get number 3 off, kind of at the end here, pushed the rail back, and was able to get the coil off. But as far as 3, 4, not able to do it. So what I've done is taking a 10 millimeter nut off that holds this end of the rail, and then right in the middle there's another one. Yeah, there's another one right there. I haven't removed that yet. Let me do that now. Okay, got it loosened. I guess it's not a big deal once you've done it once or know what to expect, but the first time it's kind of complicated. Don't want to. Alright, so there we go. So yeah, now that we've got some movement here, we'll be able to get the coil packs out. Probably use 2 hands, lift it up and get this one out with my other hand. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so all of these plugs are just incredibly tight in there. I have no idea who put them in there, or what the torque was, or if they even had the right torque, but they're really tight. So what I had to do was I had to take my my socket with extensions on it, and I had to kind of loosen it so I could hear it kind of snap. Not snap as in broke, but just kind of get a little movement, and then I would tighten it, and then I would loosen it. So I kept going back and forth like that because I was afraid that if I just went one way, the loosen just completely started loosening, and it was going to something was bad was going to happen. So I just kind of worked it back and forth, and I also used, once I could hear it move, my first initial loosen turn where it actually heard it kind of move, I used a little bit of blaster, and then I turned it back, tightened it, finally got it off. It really looks good. There's no signs of NACs on it, which I'm going to definitely put on the new ones. But first of all, yeah, it's a Denso. That's the number. About 35,000 miles. I've never changed these plugs, but we've had the car, and I think we've put about 35 plus 1,000 miles on this car. It's got a good tan look. This is an Iridium. It's got a good tan look. So it's getting, I think the ratio air and fuel is pretty good on this. So yeah, car still runs good. I just want to, kind of maintain it. So I went ahead and got an NGK And that's what we're going to put back in. And I'm going to put some anti-seize on this before I put it in. And before putting the plugs back in place, what I'm doing is putting taking a t-shirt. You can do like a microfiber cloth would be good. I noticed that there was some oil on the coils. I wiped it off, but noticed that there was a little bit of oil on both the coils that I've taken off. And so I'm just going to get any oil out of the spark plug hole here before putting a new spark plug in. Probably use like an extension. I've got it down just about all the way. I may use an extension to kind of work my way in there with that and just get all that out. Alright, so we're going to put this NGK plug in, and you can see I've got some anti-seize here on the thread, so it's not so hard to get off next time. These are supposed to be pre-gapped, so I'm not going to mess with trying to gap them. I don't have any, but it would be nice to put some dielectric grease right around where the numbers are at here. But like I said, I don't have any right here where I'm at, so we'll go ahead and put the plug in, and maybe I'll do that on down the road a little bit. I'll try to get you the torque on this. I don't have it in front of me. I'm just going to tighten it pretty snug. But yeah, I'll try to get you the exact torque. Our spark plug is in place, so next we're going to put this coil. Hopefully we can bypass this right here without having to lift that up any more than we already have it. Should just match up with the holes, and the bolt should kind of push it down, but yeah, you can make sure that it's on that plug, but like I said, the bolt should do that for you. Alright, so that should be good. Now, I did go ahead and put that in there. I still got to get this one out, so hoping this rail with the nut off and the nut off here should be able to, yeah, cool. See, we're a little wet here. I haven't taken this one out, so that's kind of what the other three look like. So we'll wipe that off. Not too bad, really. And yeah, before putting the new plug in, I'll go in there with my clean t-shirt or cloth and just wipe out the inside. Okay, that's my last plug. Got it tightened in there. Follow up with the coil. Just lining up the hole pretty close for now. Moving the. There we go. Okay. All right, there we go. Right now the wiring harness, we never really had to take that all the way out. Go ahead and put this nut in place. And then we had the bolt that went in between 2 and 3. Gotta line that up and put that back in. Right. Okay, now we just put our connectors in place. Make sure you have the right one. Snap them. All right, so that's going to be it, I guess. We'll put our beauty cover on. But yeah, changing plugs on a 2007 Corolla. This is probably going to be the hardest part of the whole job, besides getting those plugs out. There we go, lining this thing up. All right, so I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for watching the video. Until next time, have a nice day. Take care.